League of Legends lore is long, so I will be doing the fun, interesting only facts about champions in under a few minutes for people with short attention spans like you and me. Let's do Akali. Akali was born in Ionia. She was born within a group called the Kinko Order. She was daughter to Meimi and Tano. Meimi was one of the Kinko leaders and known as the Fist of Shadow. Growing up, her parents were always on duty, so she was raised mainly by Master Kusho and Kennen. Kennen taught her a lot of her fighting, and she also would train alongside Shen, Kusho's son. Let's skip some time. Noxus invades Ionia. Noxus is a place where people like Swain, Darius, Draven are from. Master Kusho's student Zed went off to fight in the war. When he returned, Zed used to be a member of the Kinko Order, but he leaves them and forms his own group called the Shadow Order. Long story short, Zed makes his own group as he feels the Kinko Order is not doing enough in fighting the Noxian invaders, which he was not wrong about, as Kusho wanted to find the peaceful way. But bro, your nation is being invaded. What peace are you looking for now? Anyways, Zed gathers his Shadow Order group and takes over the base of the Kinko Order, and he kills many of the Kinko members alongside Akali's dad Tano. He also at this point fake kills Kusho. Luckily, Akali fled to an abandoned temple where she meets her mother, Kennen and Shen. Okay, so at this point the Kinko Order is very all over the place and broken. The next story is how the Kinko Order is rebuilt. In the mountains, Shen became the new leader of the Kinko Order and wanted to rebuild it. He does this with help of people like Meimi, and Meimi started training Akali and several other neophytes into becoming assassins for the Order. Akali became close friends with another neophyte called Faye, and one day Akali and the rest of the neophytes are playing some games and they encounter the Navori Brotherhood. Side note, the Navori Brotherhood are these extremist nationalist group who force people to join into fighting Noxus. Akali and her neophytes end up using a lot of tricks and traps to eventually cause the Brotherhood to leave. However, in the process, they accidentally piss off a corrupted nature spirit. The spirit starts fighting them and traps the neophytes. Faye and Akali try to save everyone, and long story short, Faye gets injured quite hard, and at that exact moment, Kennen, Shen and Akali's mom come to save the day. Okay then, back at the temple, Akali is praised for keeping the neophytes safe, etc, but Faye is severely injured and even ends up losing a leg. When Akali tries to speak to Faye, Faye is super pissed off at her, as she mentioned the reason she got injured is because Akali ignored her orders earlier against the spirit. Regardless, Akali's mom comes in and saves the day as she offers to heal Faye's leg so that she can walk again. Akali was touched by this moment and adored her mother's kindness. It's also worth noting, sometime after, Akali ends up taking the position her mother held as the Fist of Shadow due to her proving herself through sheer skill and because her mother kinda retires. Let's skip some more time, and this is kind of where the plot twist comes. Akali actually ends up leaving the Kinko Order. Why is that? As the Noxian invasion ended, the beef between the Shadow Order and the Kinko Order got bigger, and this made it uneasy for others. Akali would see the suffering of Ionian people and kept on wanting to do something to stop it, but Shen would urge to be a pacifist. Eventually, Shen and her argued too much, and she just leaves the group. And honestly, I support this because Shen is so strong yet such a pussy at this point. So now Akali is an independent assassin, and what does she get up to? Akali lived as a vigilante and she spent most of her time helping innocent people. Final time, but let's skip some more time, and Akali reunited with Shen. It's not a happy love story, but let me explain. Basically, Akali wanted to go after Zed, as Zed is a bit controversial and isn't really a bad guy, but is willing to do whatever he needs to get his way in order to save Ionia. Kinda extreme, so yeah, maybe he is a bad guy. She does this by visiting a tavern where she knows he is at. As she approaches the tavern, she finds out Zed and Shen are in there. When Shen goes out, she tries to attack Zed. Zed dodges and leaves. She tries chasing Zed, but Shen stops her and says Zed came to speak to Shen for a very important reason. That reason is that the serial killer Jin is out of prison again. Side note, I do explain more about Jin, Shen and Zed in these videos. They're in the description. Check them out after this video. Jin is scary and twisted, and Shen and Zed know this, and they want to do anything they can to stop him. Shen also told Akali that Zed wanted to form an alliance to find Jin, but Shen refused and wanted to find Jin himself. Okay, after some research, Akali ends up finding where Jin is hiding. He is in Zorn, so she goes alone to capture him. She goes, but it doesn't really work out, and she ends up being captured by Jin. This is where it gets funnier though, because she ends up getting saved by Shen and Zed. Yeah, Shen said he would never team up with Zed, but does end up teaming up with him. And it's really peak, because Akali tries to get Jin, fails, and her saviors are the man who she argued with and the man who killed her own dad. Feels bad for Akali. Akali is, in my opinion, a very basic piece of lore. She's cool, she's strong, but nothing special or unique about her. I think characters like Kain, Jin, Zed, and Shen have more interesting lore about them. And their videos are in the description. Let me know how you find them. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. They do take time to make, so a like, comment, and subscription is appreciated. Have a good day.